So we would know that the oats are ready to harvest when the kernels are hard and they're not soft or green anymore, and the moisture content has come down to where they're safe to be stored or to go to the plant to be processed. Typically we harvest oats anywhere from the last week of August into the middle of October, depending on when we seeded them and the variety that we planted. When we combine our oats, basically what the combine does is it goes into the crop, it cuts the stalk of the crop closer to the ground, so it takes the whole plant inside, and then it threshes the seeds out of all of the straw and the chaff, so it separates the seeds that we do want to keep from all of the material that we don't need, like the straw, which then just goes out of the back of the combine. So to find out the moisture level, we would either come into a field and thresh the oats out by hand, just kind of rub them around to separate the chaff from the grain, and then we would take it to a little machine that we have inside that can analyze the sample and tell us how much moisture is in it. Or we would just take a combine into a field and we would cut just a little bit of oats so that we get a sample, and then we would test that. Weather really dictates just about everything that we do at harvest. If the plants are very wet, then they can't flow into the combine or through the processes in the combine properly. It also makes it difficult to store oats if they're quite wet. So if there's been a lot of rain, then we can't really get the combines through the field because they can't cut the crop. And on top of that, if it's too muddy to drive through the fields, then we can't do anything. If you take care of them properly, oats can be stored for quite a long time if you keep them cool and keep air moving through them, and if the moisture content is quite low. I've heard of guys keeping oats in storage for years. Most farms, our farm included, would try to sell all of their inventory before they plant the next crop the following year. So we typically don't store oats for longer than 9 or 10 months. We monitor the moisture and the temperature of the oats in storage. In the bins, we have cables that run from the top of the bin all the way down to the bottom, and they have sensors on them that can tell us the temperature or the moisture content of the grain instantly at any time. I'm confident feeding my family the oats that we produce because I know that it's been grown with attention to detail, that it's been grown as safe as we can possibly produce it. I'm proud to grow Canadian oats.